we're going to have like a fake conversation. And we're going to try to sell people this Roto kit.
Okay.
But we're going to talk about Schafer.
Okay. So you just give him a bunch of shit over the video, or?
Yeah. So I've actually been feeling kind of bad about John because I think he takes himself really seriously. Like, he tries hard.
Yeah.
And he thinks of himself as being really pro at everything he does.
Yeah.
He's got a really impressive athletic background. Do you know that? He was a really good rower.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no joke.
Yeah.
He really was. It just doesn't really carry over. In spite of his Evel Knievel suit.
Yeah, and his late arrival.
And his late arrival to the start, which isn't very pro. He thinks of himself as being very pro.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I, really reinforced that self-image all that well. But I was thinking that what we could do is send him this, ultra pro rotor brush kit.
Yeah, very, very, very good.
Koge Lundqvist sent us this thing. I'm going to show it to the camera.
Yeah.
It's kind of neatly put together. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's got all the stuff you need. In the kit, we have the combination horsehair fine steel. And the horsehair does a great job removing the surface wax, and then the fine steel goes in and cleans the structure really, really well afterward. Especially fine structures, it'll get the wax even out of a G5 grind. Okay. And does a great job cleaning the structure out. We use this one more than almost anything. It's always on the rotor brush in the shop when we're doing service work in the shop. This one, horsehair and blue nylon combo, is like the race day brush. This is what I use for finishing race paraffin before floral coatings. And the reason is that, again, we do a great job removing the excess wax, but this is like a polishing brush here. And so I guess if it's super cold, hard paraffin, then the steel might be the better brush, and I guess I pull that one for the Red Creek Green or the Star LF8 or stuff like that. But for softer paraffins, even mid-range and up, I like this one, and it does a great job on race day. It polishes really well. So there's that. And then we've done a bunch of these with teams, combination cork and blue nylon polishing. They're great because if you're rotocorking floral blocks, and you should run the drill slow for doing that because you don't want to overheat it. You're just doing some mechanical work to the floral block, but it's a total shoulder saver. You've already got your polishing brush right on the same roto tool, so that's great. And finally, and maybe most importantly, the felt roller. The cool thing about felt is that it doesn't build up heat. They used to make brake pads out of it for cars in the old days because it doesn't build up heat. So you can do a ton of mechanical work to floros without putting heat into the base. It does a great job with what we call slurries when we're mixing powder and liquid, and we use it all the time. And then it also does really well to finish a powdered, an ironed powder application. Sometimes it just makes them faster. We've got this cool little spacer. We do the 140 millimeter handle so we can do the combo brushes, but that's only a 100 millimeter felt roller. So we have this 40 millimeter spacer that Andreas had his buddy make. So we've got a handful of them that we'll do with the kits. This is a brand new one. I've never even used it. I just unpacked it today because the boxes arrived. It's felt on one side and blue nylon on the other. The problem is the felt does kind of, it's not that it wears out, it picks up a lot of floral material. And if you can clean it off. If you just run it and then you hold a stiff metal brush against it, it'll take that material off and clean up. I've tried solvents and stuff, but it kind of ruins them. But still, as many skis as we're doing, a felt roller probably lasts us about a season. Most customers it would last for a really long time, but for my use, I feel like why pay for half as much felt, or not, I guess it's more than half, right? But less felt and have a brush that then is not going to be as useful because the felt's bad.
Okay.
So I don't know, but I think maybe customers would really appreciate that one.
Yeah, I think they would.
So then to fill up the kit, this was Steve's idea originally. It's got a little slot for one of our signature series scrapers.
Oh yeah, those are really nice. I love those.
They're great.
Are those the 5 mil?
No, because that's for amateurs and this is the pro kit. But I also, we stuck in one of these groove scrapers because there's a slot for it.
You should.
And he likes these.
Oh yeah. One thing you should have done, Dad, is put one of your signature scrapers, but a 5mm, and then put a piece of tape on it that said 3mm Pro Scraper.
Oh, I could do that still. It's not too late.
You should do that.
Good idea. And so what did Mom say? I think she said that we're allowed to include the case and the groove scraper and the high friction cork and the scraper at no charge if you get the 140 handle and 2 brushes.
That's a really great deal.
But if you get 3 or 4, then you get 15%, no, 10%, not 15. She would never let me do 15. 10% off of the package.
Oh, that's really cool.
All right, that's probably enough.
Yeah.